Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Keerthi. This is Michael. I am the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons. So you had a quick question. It looks like one of my teaching assistants graded your essay. Luis gave you, I think, 2.7 out of 5 or 18 points out of 30. So, and you wanted to get a second opinion on it. So I'm going to read it right now and give you some more feedback on it. So one thing that you are having some trouble with is what's called word choice. So let me just give you an example in one of your paragraphs. In the paragraph 1, you say widespreading of universities opened up many opportunities for students to secure admissions or admission. We usually don't say widespreading of universities. You might say the development of more universities, maybe, or widespread universities without saying of. If you use widespread maybe as an adjective, but the way that you said it there, we would definitely not say it that way. So be careful about that. That's a word choice issue. But still, you have a lot of good ideas in here. And let me take a look at each of your paragraphs. So your first two paragraphs, you get to your argument. Universities should provide equal amount of funds to all the amenities they provide in order to maintain them well. If I were given the chance, I would definitely agree to spend, you want to say here, the same amount of money to the sports activities as they give to the librarians due to the following reasons. So then you get into your arguments. So paragraph 2, you say, apart from the city curriculum they maintain for the semester, other extracurricular activities like sports are important. Sports could be indoor and outdoor. Introducing them into the schedule helps students to interact well with the people in their batch. We wouldn't say batch here. That's the wrong word. We would say in their group or in their same class, maybe. You say the most important thing is that they would be relieved from stress which they experience. I would say maybe from studies. I wouldn't say most important thing. I might say, exposing students to sports would relieve them from stress, which they are experiencing from their studies maybe. So again, you're having some grammatical issues in there. Then you give an example. You talk about playing cricket, throw ball, basketball, and so on. Throw ball, do you mean football? I'm not sure what that means. Again, that's a vocabulary problem. Let's go to your next paragraph. You say, secondly, introducing sports activities in the university would help students to be fit and fine. You say, due to the availability of delectable fast foods like cheeseburgers and pizza, many students prefer eating them in the cafeteria rather than eating healthy food. So I think this idea you don't want to spend as much time on because your topic sentence here is talking about how sports activities can help students to be fit. So what you have to do now in this paragraph is to give an example. You have to say, for example, if a student practices playing basketball every day, he or she can develop more muscles and reduce fat and become more conditioned over time or something. So the example you're using there with the fast food, it doesn't really support the topic that you're using. It isn't really until the end where you say introducing sports or developing them would be a great benefit for students to be fit and fine. You still have not given any specific details to support that idea. You're giving examples to show why students are not fit, but you're not really explaining how sports activities can help students to be fit. So I think you could have a little bit more organized paragraph, I think, there. Let's go to your second to the last paragraph. You say, lastly, would help in building. I wouldn't use the word it here. I'd say something like, allocating more money or spending more money on sports or spending the same amount of money on sports as on other programs would help in building good relations between students and professors. And then you give your examples. So your example's actually pretty good. I think there, so I think that works. But you could probably rework that topic sentence a little bit more than what you did. Okay, now let's go to the rubric. So Luis gave you 2.75 out of 5, or 18 points out of 30. So inadequate organization or connection of ideas. I think that one paragraph, I think it was the second point you mentioned, you could probably organize that one a little bit better. So I think that could be a problem. Also, lack of details, examples, I think for the most part you were okay there. The other one says numerous problems with inappropriate word choice or word forms. Yes, you do. You do have a lot of problems with that, I think. That's going to cause you some trouble. I pointed out some examples, I think, in this video of certain words you're using. For example, the word batch or widespreading, native speakers would not use. A large number of errors in sentence structure and or usage, I'll say yes. You do have problems, I think. So inadequate organization, numerous problems with word choice, and some other errors. I think it's quite possible that you could score in the 2.75 range. Maybe you might score in the 3 a little bit higher. But I think the score is actually fairly accurate. So anyway, thank you very much, and I hope that I've answered some of your questions, and have a great day.